Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? How's it going, man? Roided Mabton in the house with Modern Retro Radio. What's up, bro?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I see you're drinking, what is it, your coffee? I got mine right here.
Yep. And my favorite Elvis Presley mug. I drink from this literally every day. I love
What's up,
Elvis.
DL Observer? How's it going, brother? How's it going?
Wow, he's there already.
VIP,
Or
VIP.
she.
This is a VIP member right here. DL Observer. It's one of the real ones. All right, so let's just give it a little bit of more time before a couple more people get into the live. But what we will be discussing is the previous council meeting that just passed um, here at Mabton. It was a couple of days ago. And then we're going to get into this new police chief who is not even a certified police officer, yet he's wearing the uniform of a cop while wearing, all the issued equipment, gun, uh, taser, everything, vest, all that.
So we
For
have
what?
a person who is a police chief who does not have credentialed arresting powers acting as someone who does have arresting powers.
Yep, and we're gonna dive into that. But first, before we dive into that, we're gonna play this council meeting. We're gonna dissect it, talk about it, and then after that, we'll jump into this police chief, this impersonator.
Okay.
All right. So, without further ado, my people. Oh, and don't forget, hit that like button. It's free, guys. It's free and it helps the algorithm. If you wanna help expose this corruption, just hit that like button, man.
Every like counts.
Every like counts. That's right. All right, so you ready for this video, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. So here you see Jerry's bitch ass right here. That's the guy that said that
Who's Jerry
I
again?
wanted Jerry Villain. Wearing the same sweater as always. Like prowling and praying. That's the guy that got a protection order on me because I exposed him for saying some questionable
He
things to
got an
me.
order of protection on you because he saw the probably the mayor told him to do that because that's her MO for everything.
Always. Her solution to every problem is get a protection order. She tried to get 3 on me. All 3 were denied. And I always got to remind them. All right, so over here this is the beginning. I'm going to fast forward to the juicy part. So if you just scroll through, and if you guys are interested in watching this whole thing from the beginning to the end, I will link the video in the description at the end of this live. So just stay tuned, and I'll give you the original channel with the original source, and therefore you can subscribe to their channel as well. They don't want people to subscribe to their channels. They have 2 channels which they alternate. So whichever
Oh
one
yeah,
has the lesser
wait.
views.
Tell everybody how this is their second channel, and that they had a first channel, but they switched to this channel. Tell them about that because I didn't know that until you told me recently.
Yeah, so Mabton has 2 YouTube channels. And at first, the first one that they were running these live channels, since I started exposing Mabton, they started gaining more viewership and more subscribers. They realized that, so they went to their backup channel, which had less subscribers and less viewership. So what I did was I shared their channel to my channel on my community post. And thank you guys for the ones that did subscribe, because I wonder now to see if it confirms my suspicion of them alternating because of they want less views on them, less eyes on them. So I
How
appreciate you
many
guys for subscribing to
how
them.
many
Yeah.
subscribers did they have before this most recent meeting when you shared it? How many,
So they had about a little over 60 subscribers.
and how many do
Now
they
they
have
have, I believe now the last time I checked was 176.
now?
So it's more than the previous one. So let's
In
see if they
other
go
words,
back to.
Mapton, city of Mapton, eyes are on you. People are paying attention. People are watching what you're doing. Because it's not only looking like that the mayor is a corrupt piece of shit, but it looks like the whole city council might be, if not complicit, turning a blind eye.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So right here, you're going to see one of the citizens come up and speak on the public comment. His name's Ruben, and he's going to voice his opinion on how he feels regarding this council and the mayor. So stay tuned. It's going to come up right now.
Ruben's the guy in a white t-shirt, blue shorts.
I don't understand from the past 3 years, this administration is as corrupt as it is.
Hey,
I
sorry.
can care less what people think about
Okay.
me.
Yeah. What's up?
Can you turn on the closed caption?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna rewind it.
All right, there you go.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Any our visitors' comments? If anybody has a comment, please step up to the podium and state your name and your address. Comment?
I don't understand from the past 3 years, this administration is as corrupt as it is. I could care less what people think about me. But man, this administration has really screwed up these past 3 years. There's people here in this town that have gone months without paying their damn water bill. And we're supposed to pay ours. How the hell can they get away with that shit? And not only that, there's 68 people on the list that didn't pay their water bills. Who are the other 67? I know you're one of them. You know, how can you get away with it? You can pay $1,700 and you can.
Like a little bit of context, guys. So the mayor is one of those people that has not been paying the water bill. So out of those people,
Hey, you talk about her own personal water bill, right?
Yeah, it's her own personal water bill. This is not city hall water. This is her own personal water that she's not paying, and obviously the workers below her,
yeah,
you know, they're not going to go and shut off her water.
Right.
They're not going to go shut off their boss's water. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah. So right now he's confronting
your
her.
Water bill? Come on, man, it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, we're hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hole that are unaccountable for, according to the audit.
Mm-hmm.
That's under this administration. That right there is a joke. That's telling me that somebody don't care. That's telling me that somebody doesn't want to do their job. That's telling me that there's no accountability. You know, is that fair to the community? No, it's not. Because most of this money is taxpayer money. And we're being used and abused. You know, is that, who's the one who's supposed to be running this thing? Because even they're not even getting held accountable. Another thing is, we're struggling for money financially. We're trying to catch up on the budget from 2 years ago that still hasn't been done. We're playing catch up. And you guys are willing to go out and pay $70,000 on lawsuits because somebody don't want to do their job? That's ridiculous. You can say that I'm standing here lying. Look it up. It's a fact. $70,000 on lawsuits because somebody didn't want to do their job on public records request.
I was one of those people.
I won't get an answer. Nobody will get an answer because you guys won't answer questions. We go in there and ask for public request forms. We're lucky if we get them. That's why the city got sued. That's why the city owes 70 grand right now. And you can't tell me that's not true because it's a well-known fact. And there's no explanation for it, huh? Nobody's got nothing to say about it. That's how this administration. I hope the next one not as bad as this. But this one right here is corrupt. You pay $5,000 bonuses to police agreement. No contract, no nothing. And you paid it out because you were afraid that they were going to get up and quit. Well, you know what? That's what they want to do. Get up and quit. We did without cops before. What's the difference?
How didn't Ruben know
You guys'
this?
excuse is that we need police officers.
1 second.
Yeah, on the verbal agreement, where's the contract?
How did he know this, bro? I have no idea. Somebody must have told him. I mean, Ruben knows a lot, and he knows a lot of people, so
Yeah.
I'm not too surprised that he knows.
Okay.
So he's pretty informed with what's going on in Mabton, which is good. Let's listen.
And then not only that, oh, you guys should have just because we need cops. How about that? It don't make no damn sense to me at all, man. Somebody's got to get their shit together.
We're gonna go
Let's
ahead and
this
go
town
on
treasure.
to new business. A, for 2024 YBCOG annual report.
All right, so
Okay, sorry.
let's get this over here.
I was looking at you like,
So I'm just this is real I'm just this is real interesting over here. So look at how the attitude changes real quick from when Ruben was up on the board, right up in the podium speaking, so this lady comes up, right? Look at the mayor, look at the mayor's mom, right? Diane, right here. You see her?
Yep.
Look at her, nice and smiling. You see those little fangs right here?
Yep.
Smiling, nice and happy. Look at the mayor, look giggly, laughing, right? Acknowledging this woman. So that tells me that they know this woman.
Uh-huh.
And exactly what it was. To me, this was bootlicker, and this was done on purpose to, or it seems like it was done on purpose to even out the playing field. You know, we have Ruben over here, you know, speaking the truth. Now they want this bootlicker to come lick some boots and thank the council for their service, right?
Yep.
And then not only that, she's also trying to provide some kind of service to the city because she works with Yakima, and it's some kind of service. I don't really want to get into too much, but I'm sure it will give her some monetary gain by having the people of Mabton on her side. But I'm not going to play it. If you want to watch, post this on link later. All right, so after this woman comes up and speaks, I know that in one of the points here in the meeting, Diane, which is the mother of the mayor, this woman right here, this is the mayor's mom, this is the mayor right here. These are the council members, this guy right here. At one point, the mayor's mom decided to trash talk and just say things that were not true to Ruben, which is the guy sitting over here. You know, typical tactic that bootlickers do to provoke emotion and get people in trouble. So,
just like the people who, the person who has been leaving those comments on your community posts.
which ones?
The ones that accuse you of breaking your own window.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, all right. Let's get to the video. I just thought it was kind of funny and ironic that this woman is like proposing this service right after Ruben was saying that how much of a financial hole we're in. What do you think about that? What do you think about the LDs? LD?
Well, with this sound, nothing really surprises me anymore. It just gets more absurd the more I learn, you know.
piece because the paper says we were how much behind?
All right,
Ruben?
so before we get to when Ruben starts talking, we're going to go to when the members actually
So
confronts the mayor.
the council members were given the opportunity to.
So check this out. It gets a little heated here.
After that finding for the audit or the exit interview. And
I was told by Jameson that 2023, I took 2024, she took 2023.
All right, so right now they're talking about the audit. Mabton has been audited, and a lot of exposure has come out within Mabton about money that's been unaccounted for. So this is what they're talking about. And recently, they just had a meeting where they needed 2 council members to attend this meeting. Last minute, one of the council members apparently wasn't able to make it, and then the other council member that went was, guess who? The mayor's mom, Diane Castaneda. Not
Yeah.
surprising, right? Sounds very familiar for a recipe of corruption. The mother's gonna go, she's gonna wipe everything underneath the rug, and they're just gonna keep this corruption going. So
Yep.
So we have a couple comments here. Gobnik, Mabton is still and always will be a joke. Absolutely. Kilted Cop Watch. What's up, brother? What's up? So yeah, let's get back to this. I'm gonna keep it playing. Let's see what happens. But you're gonna see in a few minutes the council member Sophie, which is the woman sitting right next to the mayor's mom right here. She's gonna say a couple of things to the mayor because she doesn't agree with
She
her.
is not ready. I'm waiting for her to finish 2023, so I can do 2024. 2024 is, I've got maybe 2 or 3 different corrections that I need to make, and my account and the accounts will be balanced.
The last time Jameson talked to her, she said that 2024 has to be done by May of this year,
By Friday.
or we get fined again, right? Correct? So it's not
That's
gonna
surprising.
Get 23 done.
She is my understanding she's working on that at home. She will be here tomorrow. And we will work together to get 2023, an initial report in. As long as we get an initial report, we can always, and then we'll get 2024. The goal is to have 2024 turned in by Friday.
Bro, they
So
still haven't even
another
done the
question
budgets
I
yet
have
for
is,
those years. What you think about that?
The
They're
financial message
making
that
all of
they're
them look
down on us,
incompetent.
especially the water bills.
Look, the water bill, the
And
green
yours was
water bill.
included in there, that you were late and you didn't get it shut off, you didn't pay late fees.
So what happened was, when they shut me off, I was at home, I go, oh, you guys shut me off, because
Yeah,
I don't take care of
right.
my water bill.
Such a fucking liar.
So, and well, I'm on my way to go and pay my bills, so when I was coming, they were already going to turn me on, so I did come and pay my water, but it still comes up in the system.
Such a liar.
Is my
Such a
understanding.
liar, bro. She said that right when she went to go
Correct.
pay her water bill.
Um,
That's when they went to go shut it off conveniently. So the moment that she went to go pay her bills, that's when they went to go shut it off. Oh wait, here's the money. All right, now they're not going to shut it off. What you think about that?
Sounds like
who's gonna tell the story?
sounds like a lot of cooperation amongst criminals.
It sounds so far fetched, bro.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Marty, is that how that
So
comes
this was
up?
a one-time thing that said because you're in the paper about
I know I
including
leave
yours, that you didn't get shut down,
No, they shut me down. They shut my water off.
yours says you were behind and you didn't get shut off.
Mm,
It did.
liar.
Not according to the audit either, the audit report said that too.
Ooh,
Well, I got shut off and I sat here.
liar.
And what do you call it? The closing of the audit. Diane was here when I
It's not
bought it.
closing of the audit already, right? How come we weren't informed about the closing?
Look at this.
I talked to the others and asked them if I can cancel, and only 2 council members were allowed to go, and
Right.
everything would be posted onto the website shortly after the report. After that finding for the exit interview, and we did invite Diana and Tootie. They chose the date. Tootie didn't show up. I called Tootie that day and let him know that the meeting was going on, and he still chose not to come into the meeting. So we reached out to him,
So that's this guy over here, this
and
old
give him that
man here.
opportunity as well.
Oh,
That's what
did
they're
you
talking
get
about. They're
notice
supposed to be
at the
there.
He
meeting?
got notice and
He chose the date.
he chose
Oh,
the
he
date
chose the
and
date.
time.
Yeah, from
That's right,
the,
you just said that.
they were already in, we were in a preliminary meeting when they set the final meeting.
I don't know, man. I
and
feel like that old
everybody-
man is in
well,
on it
everybody
too,
that was
bro.
here at that meeting, and that's what
What you
they,
think?
the auditors requested them to be here in the final meeting as well.
2 people,
That
yeah.
date was chosen.
This sounds like they're talking in riddles wrapped in a lot of bullshit.
Behind the screen.
Oh, it's,
The treasurer and the clerk.
Okay, so I can't see.
You
who they
can
are.
hear, so, here, so you can hear what you said, you can hear. Do you want her to repeat it?
No, I can hear her, I can't see her.
Oh, okay.
They like to hide out there.
I'll tell her to-
No one else, if we're on YouTube, no one else can see either.
Oh, okay,
Now they can.
sorry.
and so the council members were given the opportunity to choose the date, and that's the date that they.
I know back when, a long time ago, I had told Sylvia, the other clerk, that I wanted to come to this, and I needed at least a week ahead of time. She knew that, and she had to do that. I wanted so we can have just and
The mom.
I think she turned it as rotate and let other people come.
Well, I believe because when you guys are working and we have to do it during the
I
time.
never want to
Oh
come.
my God! Did you hear what she just said? Well, you guys are working as if like she's doing them a favor. Well, since you're always working and you're always so busy, my mom can do it. My mom can come.
No.
Mom, come over here.
No,
Mommy.
no, no. Conflict of interest.
But you see how she made it seem like she's doing them a favor. Well, since you're always working, I figured, I didn't want to bother you.
Wow, she's full of shit.
We have to do it.
That's why,
during-
that's
We
why I
have
told,
to do it during the time.
that's why I told Sophia I needed a heads up, I can take the time off.
You see, that's what she's
When they
saying. Well, that's
came-
why I'm telling you. Give me a heads up so I could take the time off.
Right.
But no, don't worry about it. You're so busy. You don't need to take time off. Keep working. You're such a hard worker. My mom will take care of it. Right? Her mom will take care of
My
it.
highly objective mother who has no personal interest in this at all,
Yeah, she definitely doesn't have a bias in this.
Right, right.
Mhm.
They ask you right, no, they ask you right there and then in the meeting. They don't call us and let us know. They asked us on screen, am I correct? Arturo? They asked what date you guys want to fit. And you and I were okay with the date. You guys are the ones.
I just forgot that one. That's why when.
Yo, hold on. Do you hear what this old man said? I mean, bro, if this mofo forgot about that day, get him off the council, bro. We don't need him.
Yeah.
Because how can you forget about such a date so important and treat it like it's just any other day? Like, well, I was just babysitting, I made a couple of pancakes that day, had a couple of beers, and it just slipped my mind, the most important days for Mabton city government.
Do you see why I'm starting to believe that the whole city council is complicit in some way in all this bullshit?
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. This to me, I mean, it seems clear as day that he is a part of the corruption as well.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Sellout is what I like to call him. Sellout.
Called me. I mean, it was what, I think the meeting started at 9 and she called me at 9:15, I think it was.
9:08. Right.
Yeah, it was after 9 and that's why I couldn't make it that
Anyway,
day.
they could be, if you asked what date would be good, and they could have asked somebody and given us a week's
Bro.
time for someone else to be separate.
This sounds like baloney. Like, if you didn't, like, you should have put it in your calendar. You should have marked it down as an alarm. Like, nobody needs to call you the day of so that you know what day to come or what time to come.
Right.
Diana all the time. Because other people may have some questions they want to ask that Diana won't ask or doesn't think to ask. You know, Lena rotated around so other people can.
Well, the problem with Mary is you guys are always working.
Look,
That's what I
again,
said, he gave us a heads up.
Well, you're always able to call you and Mary are good for calling out all the agencies for some reason. So, I mean, if you have questions, you can call them, Sophie. You know,
oh my
you know,
God. Yo,
The exit means.
you see how nasty she just spoke to her?
Yeah.
That's disgusting the way she just spoke to her right there. That is disgusting. Disgusting behavior. Nasty. Who the hell raised this fat cow in the farm? That's disgusting. Bro, where's the professionalism there?
They are on a level of unprofessionalism that I've never seen before in a local
There
government.
is none whatsoever here. None. None. Disgusting.
well, we already have the.
Oh, I know you have it already. I said from now on, if you can let other people in on it and attend these meetings.
Bully.
Let
Fat bully is what she is.
me see.
Yeah.
Literally.
So what's happening with all those behind customers that were behind? They all got charged late fees. I know you weren't here, so, but I know. Are they all being charged late fees because the paper says we were how much behind?
Why isn't she
Ruben?
talking?
100,000
Why
or
isn't
something
she
like that.
answering?
Yeah, roughly, a little more than that.
So with all these people
They
charge these late fees and stuff, are gonna add it to their account since they weren't shut off or charged as late fees back then? Are you guys keeping track of the stuff that the auditor said that we were?
Is anybody even keeping track?
All I have is the paper.
All you hear is mumbles.
I don't know that it was necessarily, that we were
Uh,
I
not,
think there was like 80-something accounts that were past due, that were never charged late fees or shut off.
68,
68.
68.
58 for 60.
58, 68, 78, nobody knows.
And some of those accounts, either the people have moved out.
Well, so are we
Okay,
keeping
Blair.
track of them though? Are you guys going back and looking at them and making them up to date?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wise.
And
I mean, for the past ones.
My IQ is
Even
going
now,
down
they're still
listening to
overseeing
this
that money.
bullshit.
so
It's just from the, it's okay, this is like
Follow up,
22.
this isn't your time.
I know it's from
Oh
22.
my God, look at how she spoke to Ruben. This isn't your time.
So,
Her
that's-
hand
that's
Okay,
questions.
so we-
Okay.
So,
This is doing her
but,
mom.
I just want you guys are checking those
So-
accounts after 2022 and make
so
sure they're
what
up to
we can
date.
do now, and I believe I understood correct in the closing, we can send to collection. Is that correct?
First, you gotta give them, first you gotta give them a notice, give them a chance. It's not their fault that our office staff messed up and didn't charge.
Sophie, when this happened in the past to us, the elderly people, we were charged for the wrong size
You know,
and we had to pay it.
I know that's what I was asking is if
But
it's
what
back
they-
to going back to
yeah,
pay now,
What
going
they
back to
did
charge
for
them.
us is they added some to each water bill and broke it down. If we
Yeah, a
could-
little bit. I don't want you to send them to
But that's
collection. It's not their
exactly-
fault.
It was the same kind of,
Right, but not sent to collection, correct?
no,
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah,
send
don't send
it.
them to collection. They'll give them a chance to pay because it wasn't their fault.
Like,
But I wanna know if you guys are gonna keep track of that and start going back and looking at that, make it up to date, including the mayor's. If it was just one time.
What do you think about the mayor not paying her water
I
bill,
thought the
bro?
auditors would advise about that because that's who advised.
Yeah, they advise us of everything.
And then nobody's
That's
shutting
right,
off
yeah.
her water.
Okay, I have a question. Well, Sophie, what happened when Mayor, Valva and Mayor, Laura, they had over $1,000 in the water bill? How did they do theirs? How did they
Oh
do
my
their water bill?
God. Yo,
You
what?
go ask
Yo.
them.
Well, you should know.
I like that. I like that. I like that response.
It's
Bro,
probably flagged, you know, her address is probably flagged so that they know not to do anything to that address.
Bro, but look at what her stupid mom just said. Her stupid mother. Oh, but what about the last two mayors, Laura and this other person? They had over $1,000 of past due bills that they haven't paid. How did they do it? Like, yo, mother freaker, why are you even
Right?
bringing
Because,
that?
well, if that's true, that's because we know that the previous mayor was a piece of shit too.
Well, yeah, yes, but Regardless, that's irrelevant to what's
Right.
going on at the moment. It's irrelevant, and it's
Right.
inappropriate to speak about that in this point in time. That's not even the agenda or the topic whatsoever. Why are you bringing that up right now? And
Right.
then when Ruben wants to talk, you got the mayor sticking out her dirty palms for him. Oh, now's not the time to talk. But yet you got her mother talking about something irrelevant, but yet she can speak. Shut up.
Yep.
All right, let's get back to the video.
You were sitting on the committee too, why didn't
Weren't
you?
you here at that time, Diana?
Yes,
Oh,
I
then
was,
you
but
should know. You
when
should
I
know.
got on first,
Then you should
it
know.
was already.
Well, you were here,
Yeah.
you should know.
You were here when Bubba was the mayor.
Let's try to refrain from using past people's names.
Okay.
You see? Good. I'm glad somebody has a brain here.
Okay, so this,
Let's refrain from using the past people.
should have brought my thing, I didn't bring it in with me. So questions I have besides that is the lawsuit that someone you asked about earlier.
The lawsuits.
Citizen,
Never be hired, have to go outside.
Don't call him citizen. We
the
know who he
lawsuit, the
is.
one that someone was talking about that had been paid, I don't know if it was 80,000 this whole year or last year, but
Come
it
on, it's
hadn't
not
been settled,
stupid. It
but
was
it's
this
gonna
year.
cost us a lot more money. We have a staffing now, staffing who know what they're doing to prevent these lawsuits for this public
Lies.
records request. We have that
Lies.
staffing now, we
You
didn't
guys
have
should
that
do
staffing
a
before.
public
We
records
hired,
on who the staffing is.
this past administration hired people who weren't qualified to do that. We have qualified people now. Who
Maybe I
won't-
should find out who's these
Well,
qualified
like
people.
that happen.
You,
Won't let
we
that
didn't
happen.
have, we didn't have anybody. I don't care what you know, who hired. Just a few months ago, you weren't happy with that we hired because she came from Les Schwab, if I remember correctly. And now you're
She
talking, no,
did.
you said that.
She
No.
did, and she's also the grandmother of the gang member that tried to steal my phone. Also, the grandmother of the gang member that is a part of setting my car on fire. Yeah, that same ugly fat woman. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. The one that used to work at Le Schwab that has no sort of experience working in City Hall or with government or with finances or as a treasurer. Yep, that's the one. That's the one.
Oh, I said, we
No,
didn't hire,
you-
we hired.
No, I did, but you didn't like it.
I'm talking about the past staff.
No, you talked about her as
I'm
well.
talking about talking about her. Talking about the past staff that didn't know what they're doing. That you hired, and this is the reason the city's in the state of mad.
Well, you know what? You've been on the council for many years. You should know a lot of this yourself too, Sophie. You
Oh
don't.
my
I
God.
didn't know what they were doing.
Why didn't she just say, well, you know what? Let's find a solution to this. But no, she wants to do like Spider-Man and that just likes to point fingers at everybody, point their fingers. She can't take no responsibility, so she's just deflecting.
Yeah.
Why not come up with a solution and be professional about it? Come up with an answer.
I don't know. It's
Be
like
more transparent.
yeah.
Huh?
It's like I'm listening to something from high school.
Crazy.
You see, I wasn't here, got rid of the staff that knew what they're doing. Hired people, families that didn't know what they're doing, and having to hire back the people you had got rid of.
One person.
3 people, well, 2 people.
They reapplied it.
2 people, 3 people, 2 people.
Anyway, point is,
I
we
think
wouldn't
one
have been
is
in this
too
mess,
many.
and I wasn't talking about the treasurer back here. Talking about the past that were the reason that we're in this mess here.
We've been in a mess even before me, so,
Yeah.
so.
Oh
yeah,
my
we
God!
have.
Again, we're talking
Yeah.
about the past. Stop it!
The paper where it says we were that big old mess.
Stop it!
Okay, so my other question is, the lawsuits. Now we have the qualified people, so we won't be in that problem anymore. Public work, spending freeze.
So full of shit.
So we put a
Keep
spending
going.
freeze since last year, but it seems like we're just spending like crazy. I see the sergeant had 25 hours of overtime. Do we have 3 officers? 4 officers?
We have 3 working on.
Yo, bro, Mabton is so dead. Why the hell does this cop have 25 hours of overtime approved if there is nothing in fucking Mabton to do?
Overtime
Why does
is
this-
what?
Who's approving his overtime? Not to mention
Over-
nobody can see this guy in the room.
Overtime doing what?
Possibly sleeping in the back. That's the overtime. When you get to sleep in, and when it's nice and dead outside, nice and calm, that's the best overtime.
2 working ones. Well, we had 2 working officers.
2 working officers.
And how are you gonna freeze their wages?
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
raising their wages, I said
She's so
spending.
stupid.
Well, I mean, in spending, we have to. we
Well,
have
the
to pay them.
AWC,
Why would she ask such a stupid question? How are we going to freeze their wages? Such a rhetorical question.
Yeah,
Such a
a
stupid
dodge.
question.
it's a dodge.
Huh?
It's a dodge.
Yeah, I know. So stupid. It's not even a good dodge.
AWC, we didn't get any scholarships.
I tried applying for a scholarship, but we weren't in that program, or we weren't part of it. So they recommended another one. So I'm going through another agency to see.
So if
we
we
can
can't
get
get scholarships, my recommendation is don't send a staff, except unless it's one of you guys who want to go, we're gonna be here for a long time. To this AWC conference, because that's like $500 each person. Plus travel. And public works, so when are we gonna get trained people to do the spraying? Do we have anyone certified to do the sewer and the water, so we don't have to hire out a
Yeah, we have certified people.
certified person?
Yeah, we have had certified.
He's at our, do we have an employee who's gone to take these
No.
tests to get certified for the sewer?
To test.
Oh my
But
God. So the
submitted
answer is
his
no.
application to take his wastewater.
Wastewater.
Bro, why is everything regarding
And
this
then,
mayor is like, she got none of her shit together, bro. Nothing. If you ask her a question regarding anything, she doesn't know the answer. She doesn't take responsibility or accountability.
Well,
And
that falls in line with what I always say, which is that deceivers hate being questioned. People who tell the truth welcome questions, but deceivers hate being questioned.
they just transfer over to the next guy. Ask that person over there.
Yeah.
Very common tactic in government, by the way.
To be in compliance.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, so he has to
Oh,
go
yeah.
first. Yeah, and then he's also testing. So we have the check ready for him. You guys approved at the last council. We're just waiting for a date for him.
Look, yeah, for that get certified. Okay. How about for the water?
We have Lorenzo who's showing the water department. He actually.
So it's the no
requested to
also.
start studying and get his certification in the water department.
I know
Oh my
it's in
God.
their
Bro,
required
you see
as
that
a employee to
for
get
every
certified.
department, for anything. Like, well, is this person certified? Does this person have their certification? Well, we have somebody that's interested and they are looking forward to testing. And bro, like, come on, do better.
In other words, no.
No, exactly. Just say no. That's it. Save the sob story for later. We don't have little violins here.
They should show interest. They should be told you need to do this if you're going to be an employee here. Because I know in the past people have quit or got rid of because they didn't want to test. And we need certified people. So we don't have to contract out of other cities and pay enormous amounts.
They don't want to test because they don't have the requirements.
So
That's
they're
why.
wanting to do it. So we're sending them to get their certification.
So they are, okay.
What do you think?
I agree with you.
Okay, that's it.
They don't have the requirements
Okay.
to test, so they can't.
Mary?
They're probably not even legal citizens.
That's also possible.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. No, that was a new business.
So reports, for council members? Abdul, do you have anything? Mary? Mary?
No.
Sylvia?
And my comments.
Diane?
I do. And I'm sorry, you guys can hate me, but,
Look at this.
when you guys were doing the recall, there's 3 people here that I see that were doing the recall. Because I went by there. You were one of them. You were one of them. And you were one of them.
Singling out
Right?
everybody.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God.
I just said, on my right, I don't wanna.
You know,
Okay, all right. But someone that you guys were having them sign the petition, you guys were telling them that Mayor Rachel was stealing money from the city hall. That came from you.
that came from me?
Yeah, that came
You
from
tell me who
the
told you
person
that.
told, no, I told her I wouldn't,
You tell me who told you that, because that makes me mad at myself.
And then I do with this.
it makes me mad because they're always bashing the mayor.
Of course, it's gonna make her mad because it's her daughter. It's not that they're bashing the mayor; they're
Right.
bashing her daughter. It's not that they're bashing the mayor; they're bashing her daughter. It's two different things.
You're right.
Stupid. And you know what? Like, he's saying he didn't say it. She's saying he said it. It doesn't matter. Let's say he said it. Let's just say he said it. So freaking what? If he said it, so what? That's his right. That's his First Amendment right to say whatever the hell he wants to say. That's what he wants to say. Hey, that's what he wants to say. He's free to say whatever he wants to say. So what? So what? What do you think?
Yep, I'm with you.
Guys were doing the recall.
Will you talk to me? You want me to answer you?
We were doing the recall. Rachel, the mayor, was stealing money from the city. That wasn't what you guys were going out for. And I'm not saying you.
No, you already said the
Okay.
weather.
Oh my
You're
god.
accusing me of something, you better hope that it's true.
Well, yeah.
You better hope so.
Then
It's up to you, girl.
No, you have a big record, Ruben. You have a long record.
Because I know you're lying. Because I didn't come
Why
out of my
am-
mouth.
That you raped someone here and you tried to rape me? And I was, yeah.
Oh my God.
I tried to rape you when I was, yeah.
What the hell? Did she just say what I thought she said?
Hang on. Wow.
Did she say that?
Whoa.
Did
Did she just accuse him of rape?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yo, what the hell?
Wow.
Yo, I missed this the first time around.
No wonder Ruben went off.
Bro.
No wonder he went off.
No
No
wonder he went
wonder
off.
Ruben went off.
No wonder he went off, bro.
Because we knew he went
missed
off,
this.
but now I see why Ruben went off
Bro.
the rails.
Bro,
Holy
she
crap.
accused this guy of the R word, bro.
The mayor's mother accused Ruben of trying to rape her. Just when you thought it couldn't get any lower, folks.
Yo, my gosh. She pulled that out of her back pocket. Like, this is the last. This is plan B. Plan B.
Now, this is like plan D, while all the other bullshit doesn't work. So,
Oh my
now-
gosh, bro. I gotta rewind it.
desperate.
Bro, I gotta rewind it just a few
Desperate.
seconds. I gotta rewind it just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is just nuts.
You want me to answer you?
What we doing?
Listen to this, bro. Listen to this.
You guys were saying, Rachel, the mayor, was stealing money. That wasn't what you guys were
Listen to
going out
this.
for. And I'm not saying you.
No, you already said the
Okay.
weather.
You're accusing me of something, you better hope that it's
Well, yeah.
You better hope so. It's up to you, girl.
No, you have a big record, Ruben. You have a long record.
Because I know you're lying. Because I didn't come out of my mouth.
That you raped someone here
Huh?
and I was, yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
tried to rape you when I was, yeah.
That's-
No.
What the? She said that you raped someone here and that you tried to rape me?
Wow. Wow.
She said that he raped someone
It's almost
here?
like they're trying to smear him in case he has any particular political aspirations of his own.
And then she said that he tried to do this to that ugly hag. I highly doubt that.
Wow. These people are above nothing.
That is just disgusting.
They are officially above nothing.
And these are people that go to church, my man. These are people that go to church, bro.
Oh, please. Church people are not the same as God's true followers. Let's get that straight. Some of the most low down, despicable people you will ever know in your life are people who go to church every week.
Mhm.
Let's get that clear. No wonder Ruben went off.
And hold on. And one second. You see the cop right here?
Yep.
This is wannabe cop. This is the cop that doesn't have any sort of arresting powers.
So
He's
did the
kicking
mayor's
you.
mother file a police report when he tried to rape her?
I don't know.
Where's that 911 call?
They better
Let-
be. They better be. They better be because
I
I'm gonna
mean,
put in.
if he tried to rape her, you would think that she would go to the authorities, right?
No,
There'd be a
no, no,
record
no,
of it.
no. Listen to this. I'm gonna put in a public records request on this.
Good God
I'm
Almighty.
gonna find out about this. It's just to see if this is legit or not.
Yeah.
You're Sean Little. What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Yo, so then we have the cop here who is not certified to be a cop, acting as a cop, kicking Ruben out of the meeting. What you think about that? He's acting as a cop. He has no certification. He's wearing a police uniform. He's hired as the chief, but he's not even certified. So what the hell is this?
Well, wait till Ruben finds that out.
Well, he will. He will.
He will.
Okay. Do we have any report?
I mean,
Yeah,
Hey,
report?
Sean, what's up,
I have
Sean?
nothing to do with what's going on right now. You're getting taken down. He's going on last about you, okay? Anyway, both of you, you bring that shit up again up a fucking line, I will get heated with your ass.
Ooh. Thinking about that.
No wonder Ruben went off.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go on.
For good reason, though.
Very good reason.
you know what's me, but
Very good reason.
So.
Like it happens, goes on to the next topic. Like nothing just happened.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
nothing
give
just
Sean
happened.
Little a shout out, Chris.
And then what's up, Sean Little? What's up? What's up, man? Appreciate that right here. Where's he at?
Along with
What's
PC
up,
Networks and Truth Be Told, Kilted Cop Watch, DL Observer, and the rest.
Yo, so that was pretty much it. That concludes this council meeting. Everything else is just BS.
Right,
But those are the juicy parts.
right.
So we're gonna conclude this part here. But before we finish this video, or this live rather, I want to get into this new cop here. Can you? I'm gonna take this down. All right. I want you. Do you have those pictures ready?
Yep, it's up.
Just the pictures.
Yep.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna show you guys the picture of this roided cop, wannabe cop, right? Because he doesn't have his certification yet. He's waiting to go into the academy, but he's wearing a police uniform with his gun, taser, pepper spray, all that. And then you have him here kicking Ruben out of the meeting, pretending to be a cop, like he has some sort of authority, which he doesn't. So yeah, let's get to these pictures here. I'm gonna add them here. And I want you guys to tell me what you think. You think this guy's on the juice or what? What you think? Can you zoom in?
Looks like it to me.
Is there any way to zoom in on this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Danny Soto, according to his Facebook.
Wait a minute.
Scroll up to the top picture so we can get a better look at this Roy cop. Can't get any closer? Guys, if you think this guy's on the juice, hit a 1 in the chat. Hit a 1 in the chat if you think this guy's on the juice.
Looks like it's a juice to me.
Yo, so can you get any closer? Because can you zoom in?
I thought I was zoomed in. Hang on.
I wanna scroll up. What's going on? Technical difficulties here?
Well, there were two photos. There was one of him.
But I want to
there
see
was-
his family also. Can you scroll up to see his family?
It won't let me scroll. Okay. Well, that's him. Hang on.
Well, that's him. Yeah, and this guy here, he's not even a cop yet. And look, he has the whole thing on. You can see him with his uniform. You see him with his his cuffs, his magazines, weapon. but he's not certified.
Wow.
And that's a very big, serious thing. That's a federal crime to
He looks
personate.
like
Police
those gay guys in Atlanta that I used to know who would like go to like they went to like all the leather fetish bars. He looks like one of those like leather daddy fetish guys. You know what I mean? That's what he looks
bears, like. One of those bears.
Yeah, the bears, all that. Yeah, that's what he looks like, you know.
Bro, is there any way we could see his family? I wanted to make a comment real quick. Scroll up, man.
Hang on here. Trying to get the other photo up. Let's see here. So there's this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see if I can zoom in. I can't scroll up. I can only zoom in. I can't scroll up. I wonder if I can rotate.
Go to the main picture, the first one.
Okay. You mean the one of just him?
Yeah.
All right, there's that one.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that one.
Yeah, fake wannabe cop. Doesn't even have certification to be a cop yet. Ready to go into the police academy, but impersonating a cop. What you guys think? We'll go to the main picture with the one with the banner on the main page.
Well, there's that one. Yeah. But I can't scroll up. I can only zoom in. And when I zoom
You can't
in,
get out and go back in? All right,
maybe.
never mind. Anyways, what I wanted to say was that I'll do it later when I edit this. But what I wanted to say was, I think I know why he's on the juice, why he does steroids, and it seems pretty clear. If you look at the picture of him with his family, you can see he's the smallest one. His wife is even taller than him. His kids are bigger than him. So it seems like he's trying to overcompensate for something. So that's my Dr. Phil analysis here as to why he's doing what he's doing. And I kind of feel sorry for his family because, people that do steroids, it alters their mind. It alters their hormones, and it causes more aggression. And this is scientifically proven. So if you think about it, cops already deal with stress from the job, and then now you're going to factor in these extra hormones, and then who knows? Who knows what the hell's going on at home, right? But I wouldn't want to be his kids and get in trouble in his house, right?
What are they saying in the chat about him?
So somebody said probably AI, no, and then that is my guess too at Mabton. So they're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, pretty much. They agree with what I'm thinking. So you know what I mean? So
in other words, when he rushed Ruben out of that city council meeting, he's like, "Oh, Mr. Tough Badass," but in real life, he's like, "Hey, girl, how are you?"
Yeah. So that's why he needs the juice to give him that little courage, a little boost.
No, actually, he's more
little
like
man
this.
syndrome. Little man syndrome.
Hey, girl. Hey, Chris. Hey, Audi. How are y'all doing up there? Hey, wife. Hey, kids. How are y'all doing way up there?
Well, hey, man. At least Aragus, Aragus is a bitch ass. At least he stayed true to his nerdy self. He stayed true. He gave himself the bold haircut, the Demi Moore haircut, right?
Mo Howard, Demi Moore, take your pick.
Yeah, man. So
well, first he was Mikey from Jersey Shore, then he went to Demi Moore.
Then he went to Demi Moore. Yep. Yeah. So it's funny, man, how he resigned because I put him under investigation. So now let's see what's gonna happen now with this new guy. I'm gonna do a little
Well,
dive
if
into.
this guy is acting as an officer of the law with arresting powers, even though he's not a certified peace officer yet, that is a crime.
Not to mention, at that moment, he was the one making the call of having him exit. It wasn't the sergeant who had the powers at that moment. He decided to take it upon himself to kick him out right away, as if this was orchestrated already. This was set up already prior to him being there. Like they knew this was going to happen, so that's how they let it play out.
Yeah, I missed that the first time I watched that. I had no idea that the mayor's mother tried to smear Ruben by saying that he raped another woman and tried to rape her. What a horrible thing to say. Horrible. No wonder Ruben went off. No wonder he went off.
And this is the same woman that wants to run to become mayor again.
Man.
Let's just remember, she tried to get 3 protection orders on me. All got denied. All got denied. I just had to keep reminding you guys. I'm sorry. All right, man.
Well, the plot thickens with this situation.
Yeah, man. So, guys, stay tuned. Hit that notification bell. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure this story gets out to everybody. Share it on Facebook, Reddit, anywhere you can think of. Instagram, TikTok. Coming soon. I will be coming out on other platforms as well. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So we got a couple of comments here. Let's see. Small guys like bulk up like that out of inferiority.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, they have a complex. So they feel like they gotta make up for it. What else we got here? Maybe not till he arrests somebody, taking his minute in the spotlight as long as he can stretch it. Yeah,
well, his ass is about to be investigated, so.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be under investigation. Crazy thing is, he doesn't even have a badge number yet.
Wow.
Unless if he's using the Mabton badge number, but how would he be able to use it if he's not certified? You need to be certified to use it, or to have it official.
And by the way, the trolls who are leaving all these threatening and mean comments on Roided Mabton's channel, you're only exposing yourself as a troll. You're not swaying anybody to your side. I don't know why y'all do this. You're not swaying anybody to your side. You're just basically validating all the assertions that have been made about this corrupt Mabton government. That's all you're doing.
Indeed, man. Indeed. So the DL Observer, has he arrested anyone yet? I haven't heard of it. I mean, if anybody knows of this guy arresting anybody or driving around, please let me know.
I really want to know if Ruben got arrested that night. We still don't know for sure. We know that he was ushered out of the meeting, but we don't know if he was arrested or not. And if he arrested Ruben when he doesn't have arresting credentials, that is a major crime.
That is kidnapping, my man. Kidnapping.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the other charges that they would top off on that.
Yep.
So.
All right. Good question.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anybody has any other comments, questions, concerns, let me know. If not, I'm about to call it a night, bro. What you think? Call it a night, and then I'll probably make this into a 2-part video and put it out on my videos.
Yes, sir. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thanks, Sean Little. Thanks, DO Observer. Guys, don't forget, I have my VIP channel within this channel, $199. Not too much. We'll be pushing on exclusive content. I haven't yet because I'm still waiting for it to grow, but bear with me. It will come out soon. And same thing with the merch. Still working on that. So just bear with me. In the meantime, hit that notification bell. And
if I may interject,
Yeah.
see that, folks, Modern Retro Radio, add a .com to that, and you'll hear music from your favorite artists, but their current stuff. And, well, it's the weekend right now, so we're doing Archive Weekend, so you're going to hear a lot of stuff from the vaults, hits you forgot about, and stuff from the archives that you weren't aware of. But Monday through Friday, it's new music by the names you know in music. you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't forget modernretroradio.com in the house, as always, right? And Roided Mabton. Don't forget, guys, like, share, subscribe. Until the next one, all right, man? All right. Thanks.
Sure.
Thank you, Modern Retro Radio, for joining us. All right. Appreciate it, brother. All right, guys. Peace. We out. We out of here, like Vladimir.